Alright, hey there. I'm just gonna hang around here for a bit. Not gonna really do anything while I wait for the start of the thing. Actually, maybe I could find something to keep myself occupied while I wait for someone to show up. How about an old dungeon run? Yeah, I think Temple of the Fist we hadn't done the duty support on yet, so... yeah, let's do a run of this. Temple of the Fist. Ready whenever you are. One legendary monk trained by fighting squirrels. Another Quirrell, it seems rather angry, doesn't it? Do you know Ivan Quirrellfist used a pair of Spiriti crafted to be shaped like squirrels? A stronger warrior I have not seen. I've never seen this statue from so close before. Oh right, that is the statue we were hanging out around during the main scenario, isn't it? Oh, that's rude. The building of the closed fist. Oh, wait, no, ahead is the building of the closed fist. Come on, one more. These Gunbreaker final skills are just so flashy and zippy. You're all over the place, aren't you? The monks use that golem to test their speed. It's called Buddha. No monk has done this well before. That's right, she'd give you she'd measure your time taken on it, so I guess coming in as a top level. Alright, she had something to say about how this is somewhere only disciples of war and magic can tread. But yeah, she would grade your performance. Oh, I remember the small amount of bullet hell nonsense that you had to deal with back then. Avoid those glowy oranges. Squirrel Prana. Let's start saving up our abilities because I get the feeling we're going to be hit by big shots sometime soon. Prepare for the final boss as it is. Squirrel Fist. He's back, and we gotta beat him up. The new challenger, very well. Ready your fists? He didn't even get to do his... yeah, I figured that while I was waiting, I could do one of the dungeons that I hadn't finished off on Ibuki yet. And I decided to do this one unsynced, just to kill time. So then, here. I still have my list. So yeah, that was just a way to fill 6 minutes while I waited for you to get in. So, last time, Wuklamat beat up Bakujaja. And now we have to go check out the final area. So, what's the state of the Tynebig Traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. Hanmuruk said he would notify us as soon as the work was done. Someone's doing yard work, I apologize. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wuklamat's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last after all. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakujaja we're talking about. And now Wuklamat is going to recap them on what we did last week. So, I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. He bested Bakujaja in single combat. Bravo! Heh, what can I say? I've got good friends to encourage me and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tynebig Traverse is now safe for travel. Then we can finally make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakujaja's home? We can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ketanram first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true Dawn Servant received Ketanram in Mamuk and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between Exbral and Mamouja. But since that time, most of the Mamouja who supported his peace have left their city in favor of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamook, and while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamook are also of Tuliolo. If I'm to be Dawn servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Well, we'll be on our way to the capital. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from, and eat so much Zigbru Pibil besides. Thank you for everything, Hunmoruk. Till next time, take care. First we make our way across the Zobrits in the field due southeast. You know, I made Ibuki as tall as possible when I was creating her character, and she's about the same height as children Ella's, and that's kind of depressing. Oh, you have grown indeed. I have maybe one too many alarms set on my phone. A wise woman once said, "She who does not pay heed to the skies will most surely get wet." Sound advice if you ask me. Would you like to hear what the skies tell us this fine day? In Mare Lamentorum, it is currently experiencing umbral wind. The forecast calls for moon dust followed by fair skies. Tomorrow at this time, Viera should still be fair. Alright, it was an interesting looking weather type. I wanted to double check. So one thing that I would like to do on my way out is make sure to check out anywhere there might be ether currents. There it is. Oh, we are in for such a walk. Oh, he's got two giant knives on his arms. Best not to tangle with those sugar gliders. Traverse will bring us straight to the Daktika heartland. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? I always get tricked by this one because usually you can just jump down the center and get to the other end easily, but there's actually people along the way you need to talk to, so you've got to take the long way down the road. Like Cryo. For some reason they put her down halfway. This path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend carefully. I feel like that's a direct poke at the players who did just jump straight down so they could get to the bottom faster. Where's Ibuki? Did we turn into a robot for this? I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently, Bakul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Wuklama single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Wait, did I actually... Oh no, I think the Aether Current is way back at the top. I can't be bothered going back. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the pairing stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Pairing stones are natural magnets, and that's a meteorite filled with iron, one of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous ether they emit causes the surrounding flora to glow unique hues, as you can see. So that's why it's all blue and purple. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens. The drow being merciful. No, it's the Emily voice. It's the Zelda voice. There you are. Blue. It's all blue. A far cry from the upper forests, indeed, says Alphino. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamook can tell us about it. Keep running, we're almost there. Or we could take my car. As this is also my first time visiting Mamook, I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Hunmuruk's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. Always a tune. You never know when something's going to call you away and you end up having to retread the entire ground. City of Silence. Finally in Mamook, Wuklamar is eager to make progress. Well, we all know what comes next. Let's find that Elector. Two streets seem to converge upon this plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Hunmuruk's guidance, I suggest we err on the side of caution and move through the city in pairs. Erinville can come with me, Alizé can go with Crow. That leaves Ibuki to accompany Wuklamar. These arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, then may our respective searches prove fruitful. You can still hear me, right? And see me? Belligerent Bunawa. Your words may as well be ambient noise for all the care the citizen pays you. As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Please tell me you've had better luck. No one will talk to you either? I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. That building looks like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go take a look. A merchant surely wouldn't ignore us, surely. Hello there, we'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Move along, outsiders. We're just trying to find someone, the Dawn Servant Selector. Could you tell us where they are? How are we supposed to find the Elector if nobody will even speak with us? Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the western side of the city, as quickly as you can.
Up there.
Bested by a mere shade.
Sorolcha? Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
The Channeler is Zerelja, Autarch of Mamuk and Elector for the feet of the Brotherhood.
Yolar's mightiest warrior, yet wisest you are not. You, who spurned your Retainer's shade when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat. The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed Elector. Soralja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight.
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
When Zorocha was defeated, he tried to take the Keystone by force, but he was thwarted by Father Shade.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Gulul Jaja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets. What is this? Where are your keystones? Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamuk, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors? You are as useless as your siblings. A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it!
I want to make a joke about, oh look, we found the 6th nurse father, but no, they did this scene extremely well, and I kind of hate it.
But when these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant. So come, stand before me, and fall.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamuk. The Mamulja deserve nothing less, so your battle can wait.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
Promise. I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
So, just a small reminder of the very end of last time, but when Wuklamat did properly best Bakul Jaja, she told him, you don't get to torment my people anymore, and he got there was a brief flash of something that drove him mad with grief, and we've probably found part of that root now. The electors we have met thus far all have had their peculiarities, but each we felt would judge claimants equally. The Cyril Jar, however, seems set in his belief that only blessed siblings are worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man Elector? Worrying over Cyril Jar won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go and meet her, hear what she has to say. The western outskirts, right? Thank you for coming. My name is Milalja. Here we may talk freely, away from prying eyes. And what is it you wish to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Mamook? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak with us. All who remain in the city are devoted to the traditional ways. They believe the blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the peoples of this continent. Most would not deign to address outsiders, deeming them beneath notice. Sounds like an ideal community so far as Baku Jaja is concerned. I am tired, exhausted by this senselessness. There are others like me, but we dare not speak our truth aloud. Yet now we have an opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Baku Jaja. You, an ex-Brawl, inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. This time anyway, next time I not be so lucky, Baku Jaja is just that strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Molo Jaja of the Silver Scales for one. He travelled across the salt in search of conquest only to be overcome. Oh. I think that was us. I think canonically the Warrior of Light beat him down, and then a bunch of Tonberries stabbed him to death. No matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in the blessed sibling supremacy. Because of my father. He who united Tural under one rule, who in their eyes stands as a testament to the tradition's infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Gulu Jaja's strength lies not in his birth, but in his character, and in doing so you give us the strength to renounce blessed siblings forever. I can understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-headed Mamoja going a bit too far? You must decide that for yourself, whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Actually, did Ibuki do that one? Let's have a look. If I look at A Realm Reborn... Wanderer's Palace. We beat Wanderer's Palace. Ooh, yeah, we did actually beat Wanderer's Palace hard, so we did kill that guy, sorry. Milio Jha has something to show you. Blessed siblings. There is a place that will help you to understand our plight. It lies far to the west of here. follow me. Is that a meteorite up there? Yeah, there's a meteorite in the tree. Aye, and judging by the attachment, that tree must be benefiting from the meteorite's unique ether. Anyway, we should press on. Melio Jha was anxious for us to see whatever it is she has to show us. Yeah, I think this stream is going to have to end at the dungeon, and I'll postpone the rest of it for tomorrow, but it shouldn't be as bad as a normal stream, at least. Just me looking at the time on my stream as of yet. The canopy blocks out the sun so completely, it's as if we're in a room without windows. A hunting camp, like as not. I'd love to talk to Mamouja hunters and learn about their ways, except they'd probably ignore me. The others have continued on, let's catch up to them. This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies just beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nonetheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured, I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed.
I shouldn't have looked down.
You're very bad with your judgment on those things, aren't you?
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
A cool cha-cha.
What? Couldn't wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mother!
The third promise seeks to learn about Malmuk. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here. This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Mabonja. An infant. We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibral was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born. One blessed with two heads and tremendous power.
When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children. No matter the cost. Of the countless born, most die. Trapped in their shells.
Only 1 in 100 survive.
If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters, who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamuk.
That's horrible.
Of course it's horrible! It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
Don't use them as an excuse.
I should never have been born.
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you are responsible for your siblings' deaths. The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours. Since when do you let others push you around Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want it to end. I don't want any more to die.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Tyral. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Take me with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubico and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them. I'm sorry for what I've said and done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Thanks, Wuklama.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamuk. We have much to discover.
And now we speak with Wuklama again. Hey Ibuki, before we rejoin the others, can we talk for a moment? I really hated Emilno, Bakul Jaja, with every fibre of my being. He tried to ruin Ihihana, sabotaged us on the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, and released the most vicious Tyral Vidral of all time. Anything he could do to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, all my anger just evaporated. Does his pain justify his actions in your eyes? I hear you. Bakujaja's motives don't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them like anyone else. But right now, my duty is to ensure no one in Mamuk feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now I've voiced that, I feel ready for the challenges ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. You're gonna make me teleport there, though. Actually, is there an ether current somewhere around here? To the north. Let's grab that ether current before we go, because we might not have reason to come back. I'd still feel better if I grab the ether current now than later. Actually, what is my progress here? Ooh. We missed 2 currents on the upper level, so we'll have to go back for that. That blue leafkin is so ominous. There, bingo. Bakujaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. Alphino is ready to bring the people together. We haven't a moment to lose. According to Milaja, Moksuro Zuj is an abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us the privacy we require. We must work quickly lest Zarielja discover our intentions. Fortunately, Bakujaja thought to give us additional scale so we might cover more ground in less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Ibuki, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folks to lend us an ear. She clearly has no intention of speaking with you. Did I not tell you to move along? I can't be seen talking with the likes of you. A symbol of trust bestowed upon you by Bakujaja. Its blend of Hubigo and Bunua colouring makes its origin indisputable. A blessed scale in an outsider's hand? What business do you have with me? So Bakujaja sent you to call an assembly. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Moksutoro Zuj at once. Moksutoro? For some reason it makes me want to say zoo. Multicultural zoo. Why not? At least Rukumat is having a bit more success this time. The belligerent Bunova. That scale. If the Blessed trust you, so will I. What is it you require of me? Bakujaja bids us come to Moksuro Zuj. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. I will not refuse he who fights for our dreams. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Wonderful, the esteemed Baku Jaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Mosuro Zuj as well. Apparently there's a Najul nursery to the west called Gomaoji Grove. Can you go and see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you in Mosuro Zuj afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. As long as it's not surreal, we'll be fine. Okay, ether compass active. Northeast. We'll be back, we can get it then. Leave this place, outsider. But look, I have a gift. Oh, my apologies, I was unaware. I thank you, blessed Scalebearer, for bringing me word of this gathering. I shall await Moxuro Zuj at once. We got the sea dragon twice in a row, what fun! Is there any ether current around here? Ooh, there's one to the north. It's a very direct north. Northeast, huh? Tree of Living Light. This blue leaf tree has put down roots through the waters of Neozot. Its twisted trunk wrapped around the crystal core of a fallen meteorite. As well as stimulating the growth of the tree itself, the core and strange ether it emits appear to affect the surrounding plant life. Bird! Wait, south? Oh, it was in the basin, darn it. Maybe I should have been looking more carefully on my way up. And now we have the Halloween Ariman. Man, I don't even remember how many years ago you get this thing. Red Moon Parasol Knapsack. We could also put on some egg sunglasses if we so feel like it. Oh, another ether current! Interesting. Oh. That looks somewhat like a monument to blessed siblings now that I think about it. That's really unfortunate. Where's Wuklamat? I didn't know she went off to find someone else. Oh, she found them. Sorry to keep you waiting. You invited the second promise as well? Lamachi, need I remind you, this rite is a competition. Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you ought to utilize to your own benefit. I've barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this race, you will lead the race to the Golden City. I need your help. To complete the feat? No, Mamouk has a problem I can't solve on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I want you to fear the people firsthand, so we might come up with a way to help them. Very well, I'm at your disposal. Thank you for gathering on such short notice. I'm Wuklamat, third promise of Tuliolo. Promise? I thought you served Bakujaja. You deceived us? No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them to the third promise and her retinue. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Wuklamat has won my trust. Now, you will hear her words. Bakujaja shared with me the truth about blessed siblings, about the price you pay to conceive them. As an outsider to your community, it is not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of the experiences of its people, of their lives and their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. If anyone here wishes to break from the cycle of tragedy that created Blessed Siblings' demands, I ask that you join us. Please. I don't want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice. Only blessed siblings can liberate us from our suffering. Without them, we have nothing. That remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with her your worries and your pain. Together, we may find a new way forward. Together. If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot yet speak freely in your presence. He's going to go beat up any monsters nearby so they don't intrude. Let's keep an eye out for Ziriel Jar. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. Oh, you won't have to worry about me talking over them, will you? I'm a silent protagonist. I'm glad Koana agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me, not so much. But I'll support Mamu's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, we'll help them discover a new source of hope. I know we will! One thing before we finish. What does Koana have to say? Not even I imagined that my sister would one day befriend Bakul Jaja. Okay, scale of trust. Mamuk speaks. Before she hears the people, Wuklamat would like to ensure she is prepared. Alrighty Boogie, before we start, let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. The Mamulja and the Shabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forests. But due to infighting, Mamulja forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Hubago and Bunua clans intermarried, and that's how Blessed Siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on Blessed Siblings. Blessed Siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and inhospitable. When given the opportunity to live in Tuliolo, most of our people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed Siblings are meant to deliver us from this accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile land above where we might make a place for Mamulja to abide in peace and plenty. So you desire fertile land, one that's all your own. As you'll have noticed, this forest is dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy, so it feels like it's always night. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though cursed. The only ones that grow well is Najul, Jatika banana in Turali. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. This land was once rich with ore, but the Yokwi did not stop digging until all the veins were spent. The meteorite's only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make a good life for my family in the place where I was born. But that's impossible. So with resources as sparse as they are, you don't have good prospects for trade. Those who have known only open skies and bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we lack by force, and for that we need the might of the Blessed Siblings. There has to be other ways to thrive, ways that don't require fighting. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone had their own perspective, but all their concerns were about the forest itself. Dark, infertile, cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder that people here wish they had better land. And who better to get it for them than Blessed Siblings? It's hard to convince people to stay in a place that can't provide what they need. You'd think the meteorites at least would have value, but apparently not. Hold on, didn't Erenville mention something about the meteorites? That the ether they emit makes the plants glow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study these meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence local flora. I noticed a curious amalgam of tree and meteorite just south of here. Determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, I really appreciate you for sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks to your insights, we have a promising idea already. We just need a moment to investigate it further, so please bear with us. We'll be right back. Alright, what's on the Mount Roulette now? It's the water horse. Directly south is an ether current, and directly south is where the MSQ is sending us. Oh, moths are tough. Ghost moth. If a moth here flaps its wings in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? Possibly, but it does release a toxic cloud of countless tiny scales that can linger in the airs for days, killing both flora and fauna alike, so it's best not to let the moth flap its wings at all. $340 to the south. Further southwest, huh? Oh! We walked right past them, no! It did feel like that cutscene should have had full voice acting, but I guess they can't afford it on everything. These VAs have lives of their own that they need to get around to. You can't voice everything. It really is incredible how a tree could support such an enormous boulder. The meteorite's etheric emissions are palpable, even from this distance. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that only plants with etheric affinity to these meteorites can thrive in this forest. If so, the gargantuan trees that create the dense canopy would by necessity possess the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned Najul tree. Indeed, I should like to analyze samples of meteorite before drawing definitive conclusions, however. I carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavor, but perhaps you and Krau could lend your expertise as well? I'd like to join you. The etheric signature of those meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species might fare well here. He is a gleaner from Sharlayan. Ah, I think I see what you're getting at. If we can prove to them the cursed forest isn't quite so cursed, maybe the people won't feel like the blessed siblings are their only solution. So how can I help? Want me to climb the tree and break off a piece of meteorite for you? There are plenty of fragments on the ground already. It should be enough for our purposes if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from disparate locations. I will collect your pieces once you have them. I got a rock. I got another rock. sort of dread gaze. Fix your enemies with a gaze that won't quite strike dread into their heart. Did you find your fragments? Much obliged. Alphino, Kral, and I will combine the gathered samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I'm hoping that our efforts will bear fruit. I'll tell my sister to await our arrival at Maxurul Zouj, so go and meet her there. We shall return with our results as soon as possible. No, one of the branch bearers is guarding the path back. You know what? I'll beat it up so that it won't attack anyone on the way. We've done all we can. The rest we must leave to Kawana and the others. I don't know the first thing about these Shalian devices of his, but if they can be of help to Mamook, I'm glad he has them. There's hope for this forest yet, Ibuki. I can feel it. Wuklama is determined to find a solution for Mamook, the fate of the Brotherhood. I'm sure Ziriel Jah would have choice words for us if he knew what we were up to. But his people are my people. I can't ignore their plight. If I'm to call myself Dawn Servant one day, I have to bring an end to the tragedy here. Many are depending on me. Bakul Jaja, not least of all. Anyway, I'm sure Kawana and the others will be back with their report as soon. Oh, that progress bar took a bit to start filling up. We might be waiting for a bit of a while here. Good. Everyone is assembled. In light of our news, I thought it only right to call the others. Thanks to the efforts of all, I am pleased to say our analysis has yielded many valuable insights. And I dare say the prognosis is hopeful. Earlier, we asked about the hopes you placed in blessed siblings, why they are important to you. Your overwhelming response was a frustration towards this forest. From a lack of natural resource to the inability to cultivate crops, in all respects have you ever struggled to build a prosperous home, thus your understandable desire for new land. However, this would be an unfortunate dismissal of what makes your forest uniquely valuable. That is, the soil. Our tests have proven without a doubt that Jatika's heartland is abundantly fertile. This may be surprising to hear, as you have seen crops fail time and time again, but we have discovered the root of this problem as well. The meteorites scattered throughout your forest emit an unusual energy that greatly influences the development of the surrounding plant life. Some plants thrive on this energy, like Najul and the giant trees that create the canopy, but others, as you know, are sickened by it. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Across the salt, in a place called Shalian, there is a peerless collection of flora sampled from every corner of the world. Now that we know what energies are most prevalent in your forest, we can offer you seeds and starters guaranteed to thrive here. I took the liberty of contacting a few colleagues via Link Pearl. Should you desire them, a sample of our best candidates can be shipped here in short order. Just as Eorzea acquired the Popoto and Tomato from Tural, so might too Mamuk benefit from foreign crops. You mean we'd be able to grow more than Najul here? Precisely, while care must be taken to choose those species that will not have an adverse effect on the ecosystem, your agricultural options should increase markedly. That's a very important line. I've seen enough about invasive species to know that you are very careful when you start messing about with the ecosystem. You don't want cane toads. With the right crops, Mamuk will have all it needs to prosper, both at home and in trade. Blessed siblings don't have to be the answer anymore. Well, I suppose in terms of plants, eucalyptus is apparently a very nasty invasive species in America. Then, there was never any need to fight, any need to sacrifice. We can't change the past, but we can try to make the future better. Let the old teachings end with us. I know blessed siblings represent absolute strength to you. Letting go of that idea can't be easy. But I'll prove that when we work together, our combined strength can achieve anything. Show us promise. If there's another way, for our children and our home, we'll no longer suffer in silence. Sometimes we have to fight alone, but not this time. Would you like to say a few words, Ibuki? A few words! Anything is possible when you work together. Our victory over Valley Commander is proof of that. The Sky Ruin? The great Gulu Jaja himself struggled to even seal it. Yeah, and then I beat it up. We've said what we wanted to say. Now all that's left is to defeat my father's shade in the feet of Brotherhood and clear the way for Mamuk's bright new future. Do not give us cause to question our faith in you, please. Live up to your words. I will. After we complete his feat, let's be sure to tell Ziriel Jah the good news about his forest. I'm sure he's as eager as anyone to eat what tasty foods they'll grow here. Compassion, even for the likes of him. You continue to eclipse me in every way. Then it is a simple choice. We're counting on you, Wuklamat. Wuklamat's gone ahead to announce our readiness. I never imagined the samples we so feverishly collected for the Exodus would find new purpose here. But if they help these people improve their prospects, all the better. Anyway, we should go and meet our comrades while Zoroja made his own attempt. The final feat awaits. Right, they're way over there. No, it's not going to be a cutscene. Someone has gone to fetch Zoroja. He should be here soon. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside a sufficient time to view these scenes in entirety. Actually, wait, let's talk to everyone else as well. Zoroja's intention was for this feat to prove the supremacy of blessed siblings, but Wuklamat shall instead prove there are other ways for Mamook's people to empower themselves. Where did Koana go? Have you seen him? This feat may bring us closer to the Golden City, but for now we stand strong for the people of Mamook. I can offer moral support at best, for whatever it's worth. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Level sync is in effect. Level 95, item level 666.
Zoroja, I'm ready for the final feat.
Grown weary of postponing the inevitable, have you?
Something like that. You see, I've learned all sorts of things about Mamook and your people.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I now understand why I need to surpass blessed siblings. The cost of producing superior offspring is destroying your people's souls. Look at them, and you'll see this. So I'll defeat my father's shade, and prove to you that there's a better path for Mamook.
What drivel! Without the blessed, we are nothing but weaklings! Doomed to fade into obscurity.
Of course you're weak. We all are, each and every one of us. But when we join hands, we gain the strength to overcome any foe, even Vali Yarmanda.
Enough talk. Prove your mettle against Gulul Jaja, the finest warrior ever to have graced Tural.
Fine by me. Not even Papa's shade will stop me from upholding his legacy.
I will fight alongside her.
Claimants are not permitted to assist one another. second promise. But you may observe your sister's pitiable attempt.
I see. In that case... It seems I'm no longer a claimant. I am now free to participate, I trust.
That is such a cool moment for Koana.
What are you scheming?
Nothing. I've simply come to realize who is worthy of following in Father's footsteps. Not our brother. Not Bakul Jaja. And not me. You have always held the happiness of our people closest to your heart, Lamachi. So I will do everything in my power to ensure you ascend to the throne. This is how I shall repay Father for his kindness. This is how I shall serve Tuli Yolal.
I could always count on you, Kona. Thank you.
It will make no difference. Numbers matter not in the face of true might. Gulul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed, arise!
We aren't soloing this fight. He's not half asleep this time.
Everyone ready? No hard feelings, Papa. I've got a lot of hopes riding on my shoulders, and the only way forward is through you.
Second roll just to make sure.
Bear witness to our soul. In the reason which guides our journey.
So long as we stand together, we're unstoppable.
Roaring Star. Oh yeah, that stings a lot. This place is kind of on fire. Oh, these magics are incredible. Oh, ow, ow, ow. It's the Titan pattern. And now everyone is almost dead from that stack mechanic.
How is this?
Oh boy. Whatever you're about to do, don't do it. Oathbind.
Some manner of paralyzing effect. Defend the afflicted.
Freedom! Target the constricting flames!
What do you think I'm doing?
Together, we shall try.
Yeah, it's a very good thing Juana joined us for this because we wouldn't have had his limit break. Again. Oh, we have so many people almost dead after that nonsense.
Surely this will quench your thirst for battle.
Now for a big scripted finish. Hey, remember the attack the big attack he didn't get to use in our previous encounter. Did you really need that bigger sword? Really?
Everyone, get behind me! I've got a bad feeling about this.
Will you have the strength to stand after this?
5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Saga of Dawn and Duty.
I will be the next dawn servant. I will protect my people.
Heart of Tural.
Is that the best you can do?
Impressive! But I'm not finished yet. We will see Lamachi become dawn servant. For Tuliyola!
And they gave him a damage buff up on top of all that nonsense.
That's my old man for you.
I refuse to accept this.
Ain't that a bit stubborn? Even for you.
Erugadin? It couldn't be...
Tanqua! It's been too long.
It has indeed. You're looking more imposing since last I saw you, Wuklamat.
Tanqua?
My Turali moniker. Galul Jaja insisted I take one, saying my birth name was too cumbersome for the local tongues.
Considering how often I stumble over names of places around here, that's a bit rich.
That birth name being Ketenram, I presume.
No! Ketenram's that legendary Eorzean sailor. The one with the pickled cabbage.
We can talk about me cabbage later. Zarelja, whether you like it or no, these young'uns accomplished the feat. To deny Wuklamat her reward would be to betray the Dawn Servant's trust.
And what should she be rewarded for? Calling upon her minions to carry her to victory!
We're not minions. We're Wuklamat's friends and comrades.
Comrades, you believe a ruler should be reliant upon such?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't the whole legend about the Dawn Servant and his cool friends?
Together
Stoically
we can
nod.
achieve anything. You needn't place your faith in the promise of blessed siblings.
How would you have us reclaim our glory?
With friendship and community. With us.
If you need to rule, you should be more sparing with your offers of clemency. Especially to a man who has sacrificed countless young lives. Nevertheless, I will fulfill my charge as Elector. In recognition of your feat, I bestow upon you a keystone.
Congratulations are nearly in order, I suppose. I'm confident that you will find the Golden City in no time. You've grown much, and more during this journey. Become someone ready to lead our nation. Little Lamachi no longer. As your brother, I couldn't be more proud.
Kona. Thank you.
I must express my gratitude for your cooperation. And my regret for failing to live up to expectations.
Nonsense. If you believe Wuk-Lamat is the woman for the job, then you have our wholehearted support.
One last thing. I wish to speak to you both from the heart. Unpracticed as I am, this may sound hackneyed, but I am truly grateful to have met you.
Words spoken with such feeling would resonate with any fortunate enough to hear them. Though our journey together hath ended, ever shall we cherish the memories.
Aye. And should you require further esoteric musings or biting witticisms, don't hesitate to call. I dare say we'll come flocking. But I get ahead of myself. As I recall, our contract remains in effect until we've escorted the second promise back to the capital.
I leave my sister in your capable hands. See that she returns home safely.
Better than that, we'll make sure she returns successfully.
You've still malms to go yet, Wuk-Lamat. The rite ain't over till you find the city of gold.
I know. But if I can come this far, I can go all the way.
Let's go and tell the people of our victory. Third promise. You brought everyone? We were just coming to you. We did it, Melioja. We proved to the Autarch that not even my father's full power could overcome the strength of our fellowship. I knew you would. I was right to trust you. You fulfilled your promise. Now it's our turn. You have shown us another way, that we can build the lives we've always wanted, here, in our homeland, without sacrifice. Since our new crops will come from across the salt, I suppose we will have to treat with outsiders as equals, of course. Inside or outside, we're all just people, no matter what we look like or where we're born. When you're not used to all the colour and variety, differences can feel like obstacles. But by learning more about what makes us different, we can also find common ground in places we never expected. Something new may become something you love. And someone you hated might one day become your friend. You'll never know unless you keep an open mind. It may feel scary, taking that first step towards understanding is always worth it. Of course, learning about outsiders may well help Mamuk grow. But what happens when they learn about us? About what we've done? They will not. For generations, our covenant has been kept secret, and so it shall remain. The atrocities committed here were facilitated by the Autarchs. We and no one else are responsible. For my deeds, I am prepared to forfeit my life. I will not suffer others to be damned along with me. No one's being damned and your life isn't forfeit. The last thing this city needs is more death. Bakul Jaja hasn't fought this hard for this long only to lose his father. If you truly feel responsible, be the first person to extend understanding to others on behalf of Mamuk. Your community is waiting for you, here and in Tuliolo. We can still make things right, my love. Choose a different side of history. Thank you, Third Promise. Thank you for everything. You still owe me an explanation about that cabbage, you know. The people of Mamuk have accepted you. Merchants and menders are now available for use. Ether Current, the road to the Golden City. Ketan Ram, living legend, Eosian explorer extraordinaire, would like to chat. This ain't no place for a proper chat. Me cabin's just north of the city, Blue Eyes Abode as people here call it on account of me dazzling twinklers. And yeah, it has actually unlocked a few of the Ether Current quests. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5th for doing the dungeon. We're past 2 hours, but we're very close to the dungeon, so we'll just keep going a touch longer. When we end up at the front door to the dungeon, that's when we'll call the stream. Northeast, it's this rotten Ether Current that I missed the first time. Why did you choose to settle down in Mamuk? They haven't exactly been welcoming to outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise. All the more reason to keep a weather eye on them. Though seeing how you've won them over, methinks I'll have less need for vigilance. I'm here at Gulu Jaja's behest to ensure his hard-won peace is kept, and, incidentally, to remind Zariel Jah of his duty as lector should he have forgotten it. My old man ordered you to stay here? That's no way to treat an honored guest. I'd say I'm more than your father's guest by now, or didn't you see the sepulchre top walkers or more? That's right, Ketan Ram was one of the names. Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many a battle, Valigamanda being but one of our triumphs. He and I are brothers. So when your brother tells you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment and strength of will, even if that means you have to sit out the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such a bond, surrounded as you are by all these bright and eager faces. I do. My comrades are my strength, and it's thanks to them I understand Papa's hopes for this nation, what I must continue to protect. Then prove your readiness for the throne, Wuklamat. Find the Golden City. Oh, I will. With these ones behind me, even uncovering a legend should be child's play. Especially since I believe I already have. All by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, electors are forbidden from giving unfair advantage to claimants. So when Hunmuruk refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through Ikbrax 20 years ago, his silence spoke volumes. You think Galif's visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely! Moreover, only the Yokwi who lived in Yaktel ever dreamt those golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude have been known to receive visions. And if Gerler's abilities are all but representative, the Yokwi are no stranger to the arcane. Which means the dreamers of Eld likely owe their experiences to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the city itself, here in these forests. Then all we need to do is search Yaktel from top to bottom, right? It would behoove us to try and narrow our focus. To that end, I propose we return to Mamuk and make inquiries. While there, we can take the opportunity to see any necessary travel preparations. When everyone is ready, let us assemble at the Aetheryte. You Kakweas, boy, ain't ya? She told me about you. Said she tasked you with finding the Golden City. I might even succeed despite my best efforts. I had begun to think it was a fool's errand. My own fruitless search in my youth proved as much. Yet here you are, older and wiser, playing the fool again. Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Huklamar's not the only one to have grown thanks to her comrades. We'll find it. Together. It started raining! Oh no, now he's got to walk back in the rain. Was I ever that young? You waited for me? It seems Ketenram knows my mentor, so we chatted for a bit longer. Alphino said to meet by the Aetheryte, so I'll see you there. Honestly, let's just teleport there, it'll be a lot faster. Hello? Anyone there? The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell me supplies. One would hardly believe they were ever averse to aiding their visitors. Heh, you won't believe how many Najul they gave me. Now all we need is a hint to point us in the right direction. City of Gold, here we come. I think I can offer that much. I have an inkling of where the Golden City might be. Mililja and Zirelja, you have come to help us? As an elector, I am forbidden from speaking of the Golden City. But my wife is beholden to no such constraints. Then anything you can tell us would be greatly appreciated. Our people have lived here for centuries. There is no corner of this forest we do not intimately know. Save for one. Do you recall the place I showed you where my son confessed the truth of blessed siblings? That stone pier stands at the edge of the sky-deep cenote, the final resting place for the children we lost to our zealotry. Precious few are permitted beyond the cenotaph doors. We have not explored its deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yaktil, it may very well be hidden there. Will you permit us to search for it? I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on blessed siblings, nor will we conceal the sacrifices made to conceive them. The cenote is no longer under our protection. It is a dismal burial ground. And our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. I'm sure Bakul Jaja would appreciate that, and we're here to offer any help if you need it. Your father also visited the cenote, come to think of it. It was many years ago by now, but a notable affair due to the foreigner he brought with him. A mage, I believe. Truly! The Dawn servant did not disclose his reasons, but he descended past our cenotaph and into the old Yokwi quarries. Quarry. Doubtless the very same ones excavated by Volpolo's dreamers. The Golden City must be there. In the depths of the sky-deep cenote. Thank you, both of you. We'll set out straight away. You'll find a winged beast or two lingering in dark descent. They will carry you below. I believe in your third promise. You will make a magnificent Dawn servant. This is it, everyone. To the sky-deep cenote. And we have to go all the way over there yet again. Yeah, we'll save picking up all the ether currents for another stream, I think. But for now, let's just march a Garlean war machine through the Mamook village. Surely nothing could go wrong like doing that. So anyway, I guess since I probably won't be able to show it, I can discuss it as is. This is the last the main scenario touches on the Mamook village. But if you get a gathering class to level 90, level 90, then they can continue the story arc of making Mamook a more livable place. Your work as a gathering class, be it miner, fisher, or botanist, will be used to help the Sharlayans figure out how to get working food stores for everyone living here. It is kind of interesting that it lets you do some important work as a gathering class. The downside is that it means that we are kind of losing the rest of the story going on here. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh. There's no bridge. Oh dear. We can cut it straight across here. Sometimes the way the crow flies is not the fastest route. This is the cenotaph, which means that beyond these doors is... Right of succession or no, disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know, but I can't turn back. Let's pay our respects at the very least. Let's go. I'm ready to complete my journey. The Skydeep Cenote, now accessible. New regular duty added to Duty Finder and Duty Support. Oh, we weren't just riding a mount, we were riding an imposing beast. I confess I anticipated my duty as a guide with little to no wariness. I knew our journey might change the course of my nation, but I did not think it would change the course of my own life. I don't know what's down there, but I'm eager to see it with my own eyes. Wukavu, Mablu, so many people helped us reach this moment. Let us honor their generosity and find the Golden City at last. Cenotaphs are notorious for attracting malefic creatures. We must exercise all due caution. Part of me is all sad to see our journey end, but I have to see what's waiting for us in there. Tomorrow, we're going to rush through this dungeon because it actually has quite the hefty cutscene afterwards, but it would also feel bad for that to be its own 2-hour stream when I don't expect for it to go for 2 hours. So, catch you tomorrow, guys. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around. We can use duty support to jump back here. We're not abandoning the quest. It'll be fine. Where's the thing? Here we go. Orchestron. Why is it always raining around here?